All right, let's start it up. We are back into the game of Deceive Inc. We're playing Sasori here today. And I get to technically call this a requested build, but I was going to do some Sasori Weapon 2 anyway, so I guess it's a request. But there was a comment to do this build, so I decided to. But this is Weapon 2, Expertise 3, and Passive 1. So let's go over that real quick, because I don't think we've made a Sasori video all that recently. So Sasori, all of Sasori's weapons have two, I don't know if they're modes, but I guess modes. There's your ranged option and your sword option. I don't really want to call it a melee option, because of course everyone has a melee option in the form of their melee. Also, I'm going to focus for a second, since there's somebody else in here. I found them. There's somebody else in here.
Dropping this.
Oh, how did that miss? Please die.
Not the outcome we had in mind.
There we go. Jeez, that took a minute. I guess we're going back down to get stuff. Only one of us can be king of the basement. There's a gamble box over here. Nobody even managed to get a green out of that. Okay, so as we saw there's two options. The kunais, which are a ranged option, which we do get to charge up to 5. They do 7 to the body, 10 to the head each. So if we use all 5, it's 35 and 50, or any, number in between. I'm not going to list them all. But you can technically release, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 of them. And then we have our sword, which also charges. So if we use the sword instantly, it's 30 damage. If we do charge it up, it's going to do 60 damage. And it does have a long ending lag on it, is what I kind of call it. I think that's the technical term. Basically, he has to take a second and put the sword away. If you charge it, it takes even longer to put the sword away. So it's interesting. I guess we'll go with that, and then we'll talk about the expertise. And we'll talk about why that's not as much of a problem for this build. So the expertise is a poison bomb. We drop it, and anyone in AoE around us gets poisoned and also takes 5 damage. I'm pretty sure the 5 damage is just there so that it breaks cover.
Better luck elsewhere, Agent.
Wow,
No
this is
possible
actually
here.
not amazing for us to get, because we already have the keycard. So the poison status effect doesn't actually do like a damage over time like you might expect poison to do. What it does is it prevents healing, and it also will prevent people from interacting with various things, mostly hackable doors and hackable things like that. We're going to see the ending lag here because I'm going to swipe. That's how long it takes to put the sword away. There we go.
Standards are much lower since I've retired.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
I need to charge my sword in case this is a player, because there's a dot right there. Seems like we're good. The dot is gone. This Doug doesn't seem sus. We should be okay. So yeah, breaks cover, poisons. Poison prevents healing, which actually we used against that red. They used expertise 2, which normally heals for 20, but they didn't get the plus 20 heal. But the poison did run out, and then they healed at food. But you all watched that fight. I don't need to go over it. So one nice thing you can do with this expertise is it actually cancels that sword put away animation. It makes it so that the sword it's just away. You don't have to worry about it. So what you saw me do against the red, and what we kind of want to do when we're leading fights, when we're using the sword and we have our expertise up, we really want to use that expertise to cancel that long sword put away animation.
Was deactivated by someone else.
So that's that. And finally, our passive means that anyone we do poison, meaning anyone we hit with that poison bomb, is going to get traced. So that'll be really good, specifically against like Lausen and Madams, who can get away from us nicely. But really, trace is just a really good status effect to have onto someone, because that makes it really difficult for them to get away, and also for you to miss. That makes it difficult for you to miss. Wow, that was loud.
Hoping not to use them.
Keycard in here is good because it sounds like it's probably a blue. Not that it sounds like it's a blue, it's just it has to be a blue based on where I heard it.
It is all yours.
So yeah, according to the commenter who made the request, one of the best things we're doing with this weapon right now is to lead with the sword, drop the bombed animation cancel, and then sword a second time, which kind of makes sense to me. It feels a little slow, but since the recent nerfs, the sword only hits for 60, and the charged kunais also hit for less, so this is actually probably my least favorite and probably least recommended Sasori weapon right now, unfortunately. It's just not as easy to use as the other ones. I feel like you get same or better results of them as other weapons, and you don't have to go through as much work. So that's kind of my thoughts. I really like weapon 3. Weapon 1's definitely usable as well. I'm gonna sit here a moment because we can kind of see this door if we do that. Though someone may have already came in, and I also want this 4, so we can do it this way and just look. Someone's coming up the stairs.
Never boils.
And it sounds like our keycard's just about done. Let's head on over. We got a bunch of intel. We got a good disguise. We might grab this. We can grab all of this intel as well. And while we're on our way to the package, we'll just quickly run down the field upgrades. This is my usual. I think we use this one all the time. Food on Gray for that extra healing when we are near food. Intel capacity to put us over that 13 benchmark to get us through a blue and purple door. Social battery on blue for stealthy healing. Hack speed on purple for quick hacks. And health on gold for the... just plus 15 for the most health I can have. Okay. So there, Doug. There's someone else up there, and I thought I saw someone else. We will have to change this, guys, because the reason that Doug jumped is because they were checking what I was disguised as. Okay. So, it's important we get the package on this build because also you really want to be ambushing with this gun. If you are being ambushed with this gun, it is a lot worse. We're going to run here to trigger a ping, and then we're going to go through this door. Although the cab is now fighting someone, and this is kind of awkward because I would love to be there when they're fighting someone. They probably have heat now. Really advantageous for us, but I kind of already committed to this play. They had to back off, which is nice. We're gonna switch disguises. I would like to go up to A if possible, and it looks like it is. Yeah. They're still both outside the vault. We can take a second and get this intel, that intel as well. I will look again in a second. Yeah. No need to rush when we're not being pressured. Let's make sure we're getting all the intel we can. And then we'll leave whichever way we choose. Which is going to be this way. And away from the cab, although I think the other person we saw was an ace. Which is equally, if not more scary, especially from this angle. No, maybe the cab went and took out the ace? That'd be kind of odd, but... there is no one behind us. The pings here are going to let them know exactly where we're coming from. A little frustrating. Not much can be done about it, though. There is the cav. Let's do one of these advanced techniques here. And over here. Put that there. And we'll just grab this. Obviously, it's going to make it a little difficult for us to use our sword, but we should be okay to throw some kunais while they're running at us. And I'm also going to bounce pad over here, give or take here. And this way, if they run that way, we can just pop the bounce pad on them. But I don't think they're going to have time, because I'm not seeing them. I'm actually at 0 intel is why I'm not seeing them, but it looks like they do not have time. So, while we didn't actually get a ton of kills, we did play very well, manipulating our pings and just making moves that were difficult to follow there. So we're gonna leave that as our game 1, but we will try to get a little more, couple more fights here in game 2 would be nice to see. So stick around for that, and I will cut out this load and see you right there. All right, we got our game 2 here on Diamond Spire. This isn't actually the very next game. There was at least one in between here, but my sword actually bugged out, which is something I haven't seen before. I think it was a weird interaction between a fight I was in, but I was trying to charge it and it just kind of stopped charging, and yeah, I died because of it. But so if I could tell you exactly what happened, I would, but I can't. But unfortunately, we have to skip that video. Ooh, yay! I think an ace just tried to take my head off. Yeah. Bye. I just was making sure. We're not gonna go to that bathroom because if they have a bounce pad, we will just, you know, they'll just come down on us and we'll die. So I wasn't really sure they would see us there. We're gonna change disguise for hopefully obvious reasons, and we'll deal with that later.
Remember, our insurance does not cover field injuries.
But it's a little excitement to start the game 2 here, always nice. Obviously, we can't really fight against the ace who's a million miles on top of us, but
Gotcha.
did make for some exciting opening.
Easy.
A little more intel. There's a lot of staff around here, which is probably a good thing. One of them might go into this green room.
Arrival has deactivated a vault terminal.
It was a little odd by Doug. Might be okay.
Don't miss anything from that line of work.
Doug, you care? I feel like Doug didn't care. Cool. Alright, social
secret to good health.
battery, not
Upgrades.
bad. And we do need a green. And if we can get a little more intel, I think we skipped this 3.
All right.
D is a little rough to go to. But
Intel acquired.
if we run the long way here, we should be okay. We just gotta get enough intel. We just need, well, there's enough. 2 here, 2 there, and then we'll run around to it.
Great.
D, for some reason, people tend to congregate. I can't pronounce that word, but they tend to gather around E or D. So it's always a little interesting going this way. Look, there's a body. I think that's the ace. Yep, that was the ace that shot us. Someone handled it. Wasn't us. This is one-way glass, so hacking in here is a little sus. Alright, someone was clearly here, but we do have to hack our way through this just in case. They could have left us something, or they could still be in there. If it's a purple, it's definitely worth it. Okay. I guess they managed to get half of D. We're going there next. For a second, I thought this is gonna be some like history, but bounce pad didn't used to auto deflate. You used to just be able to leave it deflated, and there was a strategy involving putting your bounce pad in a door like that. There's a player specifically so that no player. Where did they go? Where was that sprinting Doug? I don't have any keycards. So that someone else wouldn't get through the door because your bounce pad's in the way. Really? No one's coming in this way? Someone was at E. It's gotta be this person, right? No, guess not. I thought because they bounced on the door funny, but I guess NPCs do that now too. Can't count to 10. Got it. But we did get ourselves a key card.
Got it.
That's
Easier
gonna come in handy later.
I am thankful.
And hi. Wow. You snuck up on me, Doug. For a big man, you're very quiet. Probably what makes him such a good guard.
What are we cooking here?
Alright, and a 4 here.
Taking longer than sharpening my
The problem with taking that printer is we need to get through a purple door now. And well, that might be rough. Versus if we... Oop, come back here.
Slice
There we go.
and diced. Opening new doors. Much obliged.
I must have stutter-stepped funny when
Standard
I saw them.
floor since I retired.
Should be using my thing. I thought someone stole it for a second.
Easier
We have
exploration.
social for the rest. Oh, if I had kept going to the door. Oh, she's standing in it. Nice. That's free. I feel like that was a player, but I don't know why a player would not go in this way. Is that under the stairs? I guess it is. I've never seen that printer spawn before. They keep updating and making those better. I'm gonna do this. We have a bunch of intel from killing that guy. We can just get our hack speed here, which will make stuff a lot quicker for us when we have the package. The light's still green, which means no one's in there, and even if someone is, we can just run at them because we have a keycard now. So I don't mind taking a little extra time to make our future selves a little better. Keep looking at all the doors.
I'll see this.
Activating rival agent detection.
One person. All right, last time we did a bit of a bamboozle by running to A and then jumping to B, which is kind of a good strategy, but
Rival agent detection mode.
it's a
started.
squire. What if we just went and tried to beat him up? We've done a beat up or two. Oh, because we can't get through that door. That's why.
Rival agent detection mode engaged. Rival agent detection mode.
Oh, he's running. Okay, well. Let's see if we can put some combat on display here. Should we keep this up? Wow.
Critical.
There we go. Shield, sword, all worked out. And we go to the roof to leave. That was a little rough. I at the last second realized he probably went through that bathroom. But, yeah, the shield there coming in clutch for us, actually.
Extraction vehicle waiting. Head towards it prudently.
Alright, up to A. Not a, we didn't get to kill a lobby with it or anything, but as it went, I think the double sword swipe strategy seems to be the most effective way to use the weapon, which is a little sad, actually. Because yeah, it used to be a lot better than it is currently, but it is what it is. And well, we're on our way out. I still prefer the other two weapons, but everyone has a preference. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Sasori weapon too. And yeah, we'll wait for the screen, the mission report screen that I didn't just forget the name of, I promise.
Tasty victory.
And how'd we do? I think we just got the 2 near the end. The beginning, besides that one cool ace shot, the beginning was a little lackluster. But yeah, pretty good play overall. And we saw some good use of the ideas with the weapon too. It's pretty sword heavy, but that's how it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Like the video if you did. Comment on your thoughts as always, and subscribe for Deceive Inc content like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one.